How to promote your business on Instagram. Promotion on Instagram through content and profile design. Hi! If you want to start your business on Instagram tomorrow or already have one, the first thing you need to understand is that it's not just about likes and pretty photos in your profile, but about a clear strategy and proper promotion. Watch this video until the end and learn how to set up a successful profile and find clients. I am Vlad Sapozhnykov, a marketer with over 10 years of experience and the owner of the marketing agency Adloonix.com. In this video, I will tell you how to create a profile that sells, how to use a content plan to post trending content regularly, what a barbershop, a cafe and an accessory store have in common, how to understand that your content is working effectively, and secret tips that are important when creating content for Instagram for your business. So let's get started. Did you know that marketing is not just an additional tool, but the foundation for growing a business on Instagram? Imagine you are launching a new product, but people don't know about it and have never heard of it. Marketing is what helps you talk about your product simply, clearly, and in a way that makes customers want it right now. For example, when the iPod was launched, Steve Jobs chose an unusual way of presenting the information. He didn't focus on technical details like memory size or gigabytes. Jobs said 1000 songs in your pocket. Compare that to 5 GB of memory. Write in the comments which one resonates with you more. This is exactly how promotion on Instagram works. You are not talking about the product itself, but about how it solves the problem that your audience cares about. But who is your audience? For example, Instagram profile to start attracting customers. Instead of just collecting likes, you need to know exactly who you are creating content for, who your products are for. If you don't define your target audience, you can waste a lot of money on ads that won't work because they are not relevant to the people who need them. For example, a newbie entrepreneur creates an ad for women cosmetics, but it ends up in the recommendations for men. Will there be any sales? Not likely. Such a business will close very quickly unless the approach is changed. So let's define your target audience together. There is a method called 5 questions. Who, what, why, where, when. This method helps break down who your client is. Imagine there is an Instagram profile about psychology. Their courses are sold for those just starting to learn it. Let's go through this example to see how to find out who your target audience is. We ask questions. Who is the target audience of this business? For example, it graduates of psychology faculties, people just starting their practice, or those who have changed career and decided to become psychologists. Second question. What do they need? Practical advice, real-life case studies, tools for working with clients, techniques that help them learn the profession faster. Why should they choose this account and follow it? The author has already gone through this path, knows typical mistakes to avoid, and has the best experience to share to help avoid difficulties at the start of their career. Where do they work? In small clinics, as freelancers, or as assistants to more experienced psychologists. When do they need content? Constantly. When they are looking for new techniques for working with clients, want to learn about trends and psychology, or are looking for ways to develop their personal brand as a psychologist. Now it's clear who would be interested in such a profile. By the way, if you like this video, subscribe, give it like so YouTube knows that this content is worth promoting. So let's continue. So what next? What kind of content should you post to attract potential clients? What topics should you cover? It's important not to skip step 1. Know your target audience, because your content will be based on this. First, think about what your followers are looking for. For example, if your audience is interested in IT, they might like posts about new technologies, tips on optimizing work with digital tools, or cases where different apps solve their problems. This will help you understand what types of content will attract the most attention and benefit your followers. Then create a few main content topics that can be easily adapted. For IT, this might be development and programming, articles about new languages, popular frameworks, or life hacks for coding. Trends in IT, analyzing the latest technologies like AI or blockchain and their impact on the market. Success stories, case studies about famous IT companies, startups, or innovative solutions that change the industry. If you are unsure what will interest your clients, simply check out your competitors. See what topics they use, which ones get more likes and comments, and track their engagement rate. I personally use free tools like influenceresearcher.com in Google Chrome for automatic Instagram analysis or TubeBuddy for analyzing competitors' YouTube channels. Adapt these topics for your page and always improve them. Don't just copy. I'm sure you can do even better. Next, decide how many times a week you will post content. To do this, consider your target audience and their activity on Instagram. For businesses that focus on info products or services, 3-4 posts per week might be enough. For active retail stores or brands, 5-6 posts per week is better. Then plan which topics will be published in which format on which day. For example, Reels on Instagram, TikToks, Shorts, or long videos on YouTube, posts on LinkedIn. This way, you will have a step-by-step content plan for the next few weeks. It improves your workflow and helps you understand when to prepare each post. If you don't know where to create your content plan, I will attach my video about useful platforms you can use for this. Watch it and make content plans that are easy to attractive for you. To keep people on your page, you need to set it up properly. A nice profile picture, clear descriptions. But before that, you should work on positioning your business on Instagram. To do this, just answer some simple questions. To make it easier, let's use an example. A business focusing on personal development and psychology. What is the main story of this business? It's a journey to better understanding yourself and your abilities. This Instagram page is for people who want to change their lives, grow personally and find inner balance. What are the main topics? Motivation, relationship, psychology, stress, and time for personal life. Who will watch this? The audience consists of people who want to improve their well-being, develop their consciousness, learn more about psychology, emotional resilience, and stress management. Why should they watch this? Followers will watch to get practical advice and tools for resolving inner conflicts, battling stress and anxiety, improving self-esteem, and building better relationships with others. What specific value does the author share? Specific techniques for working with emotions, exercises for self-development, meditation, and mindfulness practices. Okay, let's go further. What's the main message of this blog? The path to success and harmony starts with internal change. Only by understanding yourself and your emotions can you build healthy relationships with others and make real changes in your life. How will the audience be monetized? By selling online courses on personal development, webinars, and individual consultations. What is the closest goal? To gather an active audience of 5,000 followers in 5 months. Launch an emotional resilience and self-improvement course within a year. This is an example of how to answering these questions can help you create a business positioning on Instagram. So let's move on. Now I will tell you some things that everyone who wants to create an attractive Instagram page for their business or improve their existing one should know. Do you know that the Instagram bio is the first thing your audience sees? These 150 characters are your chance to introduce yourself in seconds. But how do you make this effective when there is so little space? First, you need to show the brand's personality. Who is the page author? and how can they help the audience. Create a description using this structure that answers the main questions a potential client might have. Who is the page author? For example, English teacher with 5 years of experience. What problem is solved? For example, I help you stop being afraid to speak English. What are the significant results? For example, I taught over 300 students to speak English fluently. And finally, a call to action. For example, click the link to sign up for a free trial lesson. You can add emojis to stand out from other profiles, but don't overdo it, as it can confuse people. Now about the text. Don't forget about formatting. Break it into paragraphs. People don't like reading large blocks of text. It's better to split it into a few short lines. It's much more comfortable. What about the profile picture? There are tips for that too. Choose a square photo of 320 by 320 pixels so it looks clear even in a thumbnail. If you have a logo, use it. This is a reliable way to make your profile recognizable. If you don't have a logo, show your product or item in the photo. Make sure the important details aren't cut off by the round shape. Some marketers even prefer using the owner's face or personality, even if it's business account. In some cases, I agree with this because people mostly buy from other people. But you need to understand if it's a large brand or a small to medium business. If it's a large brand aiming to build recognition and not tie itself to one person, the logo would be the first option. But remember, your profile, it's not just about the bio and photos. Instagram has many tools to help make your page amazing. First, add username and real name. This helps people to find you faster in search. Then be sure to add a website link because it's only place where you can add a clickable link. Use this space wisely. Next, add your phone number, email and address. This makes it easier for people to contact you. You can also add a business category. This will not only help users find you, but also make you stand out from your competitors. You can create a lead magnet. It can be some useful gift for your subscribers, like a guide or checklist for your followers. This will help people take the first step towards you, and you will show your expertise. Now highlights specifically how to design them. It's important to choose topics that will be interesting and useful to your audience. For example, here are 20 topic ideas you can use for your profile. Take a screenshot and use them so your audience can easily navigate your page. Then, designing. Remember that each title should be short and clear, but also keep some mystery, and the image should be match the theme. Remember, a business profile is not just a picture, it's your business card on Instagram. If you want it to work for you, add some creativity and your page won't go unnoticed. The worst thing you can do is copy others completely. If you're unsure, study your competitors, those with the profile on a similar topic. Gather ideas, improve them, and apply them to your page. That way, you will definitely stand out. Now let's talk about what a barbershop, a cafe, and accessory store have in common. It's simple. They all used Instagram to grow and attract more people. The barbershop came up with a cool promotion: a free haircut if a customer's video get 1 million views. Clients eagerly recorded their transformation reels and shared them. The result? Their followers grew 30 times, from 5,000 to 150,000 in just 1 month. The cafe went even further and decided to invite their followers to help create the new menu through stories. They asked what drinks or syrups people want to see on the seasonal menu, and followers actively responded and even shared it in their stories. As a result, foot traffic increased by 250%, and engagement with the account grew by 80 times. The accessory store took a different road and created something called reverse views. Instead of just asking clients for reviews, they posted photos of people who had already bought products and explained why they appreciated them. This triggered an emotional response and led to a 60% increase in followers. These stories prove that Instagram is not just an advertising platform, but a powerful tool to attract an audience, turning them from passive observers into co-creators of content. Let's continue. What else do you think is important for promotion? Of course, analytics. Yes, it might sound a bit boring, but analytics helps you understand if you are on the right track. If you ignore it, you might miss mistakes and not fix them in time. Let's start with the engagement rate. This shows how much users interact with your content: likes, comments, reposts, and saves. A high engagement rate means your followers are actively engaging with your content. It means you are on the right track, your audience is liking video, commenting, forwarding your content and saving it. If this rate is low, try changing your post style, adding more attractive elements like polls, quizzes, or improving content quality. You can also have others look at your profile and ask for their opinion. This can open your eyes to things you might not have noticed. If that's not possible, try imagine yourself as a part of your target audience. Maybe new ideas will come to you. Next, let's talk about reach. This metric shows how many unique people have seen your content. It's important because it helps you understand how well your posts are spreading among new audiences. But if most of your reach comes from your followers, it may be a sign that your content is not reaching beyond your current audience. Try using more popular hashtags, posting in stories or reels, and working on collaborations with other profiles or brands to increase your reach to new people. One important detail: pay attention to which topic or themes get more comments, likes, and saves. If you notice that a certain post performs well, try creating another one on a similar topic. For example, if your audience is commenting a lot on a post about new Instagram features, you can create another post that dives deeper into one of those features and shows how to use it for business. Okay, what else is important for promoting a business on Instagram? The answer is consistency. According to expert, the ideal posting frequency for business account is 3-4 times in a week, although some brands can post even daily. The key is not to overload your followers and also not disappear for long periods. You need to find a balance, especially since Instagram favors accounts that don't disappear for too long. They want profiles to grab the attention of users, who will then stay on the app longer. Also pay attention to comments, questions, and feedback. This shows not only the level of engagement, but also gives you a chance to improve your content, because your target audience opinion is the best guide to know if you are heading in the right direction. If you have been thinking about how to make your business successful, now is the time to act. But how do you do it? The best way is to trust the professionals. This way you can focus on the important aspects of your business, while we take care of everything else. We at Adloonix agency create all the conditions to make your business successful. For 6 years in a row, we have been recognized as one of the best in the world by Vlad.co. We will help you conduct market research and find your target audience, develop a detailed go-to-market strategy for effective start, create a marketing roadmap that will lead you to success, attract investments to scale. All you need is an idea, and we will take care of the rest. The best investment is your business, so you can multiply it many times over. Click the link, fill out the form, and we will schedule a free consultation. There you will find what steps to take to develop your startup if you are just starting out, or how to increase profits if you are already more advanced. Subscribe, like, leave a comment. I read and respond to all of them. If you want to learn more about why switching to a business profile on Instagram is an important decision, I will leave a link to my video already available on the channel. So, see you later. Bye.